Crypto Kids, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why, in my opinion, the price of Bitcoin is about to go lower with the formation of this bearish pennant. I will look into the similarities that we've seen between this cycle and the past cycle. I think we've all established that, structurally, these similarities are quite incredible. And I want to give you my micro and macro approach into what I'm doing with Bitcoin. I'll also jump into the Bitcoin dominance. And I know that a lot of people are expecting a breakdown on the Bitcoin dominance. I do too. I see a huge head and shoulders taking place at the top of bullish price action, something similar to 2021-esque territories with Bitcoin dominance. But the difference of this top and this top are the difference between altcoin season in 2021 and just more carnage for altcoins in 2026. So it's going to be I think a good analytical video. If you do end up enjoying it, then make sure to destroy the like button in the like button section. My intention is to not scare anybody. I am not a Bitcoin bear. I just want to give that disclaimer. Please don't hate the messenger. I'm just sharing my honest thoughts and opinions on the markets. It will pass. These tough times will pass. We will enter back into the bull market. It's just temporary, and we'll also get into why and when I expect Bitcoin entering into bullish territories once more. So like the video if you enjoy it. So you can also go and Google on IMDb and search my name and rate. Finally, we have the feature where you could actually rate if you like to. The Markets by Crypto Kid podcast on IMDb. If you have an IMDb account and you like to give us a rating, then feel free to do that. And it would also show your support for the channel too. Okay, let's jump into the Bitcoin price action 4-hourly time frame bearish pennants. These patterns, these symmetrical triangles that form following great bearish price action tend to lead into continuation of that trend. There's about a 70% probability, according to technical analysis, that these patterns end up breaking towards the downside. I must give you the bull case though for the micro, and that is if Bitcoin can surpass $72,000, then yes, I will still expect 84. But if we're unable to do that, by the looks of how price action is forming, and we break below the line of support with 2 4-hourly confirmations, then I would assume with a higher degree of certainty that Bitcoin will reach the 60s and follow what we did in 2021, where Bitcoin created a bear flag for multiple months. You saw the breakdown, then consolidated in a Bitcoin bearish pennant and ended up going even lower. Just take a look at these two charts. I mean, it's almost an exact photocopy. We know that Bitcoin has been structurally following 2021, 2022, almost identically. You had a high and then a higher high with a bearish accompanied by a bearish divergence. Then you had a consolidation for a couple of months. You broke to the downside. Now we're at this point where we're getting the bearish pennant, and I see us breaking to ultimately lower price levels anyways, even if we went above 72 and hit 84. So the macro picture, or the intermediate macro picture, is bearish regardless. Bitcoin operates in 4-year cycles. Apart from the last cycle, Bitcoin is very similar to the cycles before it too, and we've covered that in detail in prior updates, so I'm not going to spend time covering the similarities. But you can take those Bitcoin prior halvings, price action, and slot it into something called the Bitcoin spiral, where it's divided into 4 quadrants: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. In every cycle, the Bitcoin low is identified in the 3rd quadrant, and you stop making new all-time highs in the 2nd quadrant. So in the first half, you make all your all-time highs, and in the 2nd quadrant, you go into identifying bottoms of the bear market, and in the final quadrant, you start moving back up in price action, going into recovery mode. Bitcoin is about to enter into that 3rd quadrant, and until that 3rd quadrant, which takes us to September to October, Bitcoin, in my opinion, will go lower. It's still possible that 60K was the low, but even if it was, I just expect lower prices until September, October, and then with looser monetary policy, we can start making our recovery. And from a trading perspective, I'm just going to be adding to my dollar cost average trades for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, which, by the way, if you sign up to Levex using the first link in the description down below, not only will you have exclusive updates to my content here on Levex that I post usually before I can post the video, you'll also be able to get VIP level 5 by just signing up for 1 entire month. It takes less than 40 seconds to create an account. So make sure to check out the Levex link in the first link in the description below. I will continuously add to my Bitcoin longs. If you want to short, then you could consider shorting with 2 4-hourly confirmations, at least from where I'm sitting. Please always come to your own conclusions. This is just my take, but a short like so would take profits at 60 to 59.8, could make a lot of sense, but I want to see that 2 4-hourly confirmations first. Then I would take my stop loss and put it to break even as soon as I get a confirmation of that bearish trend continuing, which it would be quite obvious, right? I think we would see a drop quite swiftly to the downside. Ultimate low for Bitcoin, what would be the ultimate low? You see, taking profits at 60K would make sense, but the mid 50s, worst case 49K is still within reason for Bitcoin to reach as a price target in 2026. Can we even go lower than 49? Yes. You know, if we speak about historical price depreciations from all-time high, even the low 40s and upper 30s technically makes sense. And if we were to see those levels, it wouldn't mean that Bitcoin is now bearish and it's going to zero all of a sudden. No. It certainly does not mean that. It's just the cyclicalities, and it would be an opportunity to buy more Bitcoin at dips. That is the price updates for Bitcoin. For all of you now scared that if Bitcoin was to go to those levels, Michael Saylor and Strategy will be liquidated, I just want to put this chart up for everybody to see. If Bitcoin were to go to 8K, Michael Saylor's Strategy's Bitcoin reserve and net debt will be at a 1-to-1 basis. So until, I mean, obviously, I don't think at all that Bitcoin is going to go to 8K, but even if it were hypothetically at 8K, they would still not have to sell their Bitcoin. The final chart that I will end off this video with is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance looks toppy. I see Bitcoin dominance correcting about 8% to the 50s region. Unlike the head and shoulders top that Bitcoin dominance experienced in 2021, 2020, which funneled altcoin season, I see Bitcoin doing something else where we got a huge drop, about a 10% drop in 2022. This drop on Bitcoin dominance, equating to the time zone that we're in with the price action actually too, I don't think we'll bring altcoin season. If we just take a look at the total 2 chart, which is predominantly and only altcoins, when Bitcoin dominance fell about 10% there, altcoins just got more carnage. It didn't mean altcoin season. So if in the event that Bitcoin dominance drops pretty harshly, it will not mean altcoin season, and I just wanted to clarify that with you guys. I know I'm so sorry to bring you a bearish update. It really is horrible to do it, but it just is what it is. We'll have to push through it, and hopefully we'll come out on the other end of the tunnel with profits when we look at 2027 and beyond. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you. And you can still profit, by the way, when prices are going down. Obviously, not as much as in bull markets. But with that said, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Ramadan Kareem and Mubarak to everybody celebrating. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.